Travis Wayne Goodsell, and this is the nature of the case. The nature of the case is just a summation for the judge of what the case is about, and for the defendant also, so that they understand what they're being accused of. And as I indicated, this is religious discrimination, simply. The religion that I grew up understanding about the Mormon Church was a science-based religion, whereas the church here in Utah is a faith-based, you'd say, but it's a feeling, belief, opinion base from the traditions of Utah Mormons. For Utah Mormons, they grow up among each other and are able to establish traditions of Mormonism. Having been born and raised Mormon outside of Utah, I didn't have Mormon peers to tell me that I can't drink a Mountain Dew, or that I can't watch an R-rated movie, or what other things do I do that Mormons here in Utah think are forbidden. But that's the whole point, is that Mormons are paranoid and superstitious here in Utah because of the traditions, whereas I'm science-based. I read the scriptures, and they talk about faith is likened unto a seed, and you got to plant that seed, not cast it out by your unbelief, and you have to reproduce the word, and that's science-based. There's nothing supernatural or feeling, nothing more than feeling about it. And so having moved to Utah, and I present the science-based religion among my newfound Mormon peers after decades, the Utah Mormons are like, I don't feel right about you. And as a result, crimes commence against me. And the LDS Church themselves started a blacklist file on me when I went to them to find out more about Joseph Smith's translation work, because as a science-based religion, I pursued ancient linguistic studies, ancient language studies. And so I went on to decipher Paleo-Hebrew, Egyptian petroglyphs, and made the discovery that the Egyptian petroglyphs are the manner in which Joseph Smith translated the Book of Abraham. Mormons don't know any of this because they're all faith-based, feeling-based. And so when the Egyptian papyri was brought back to the Brighamite branch, because they had it in their Book of Abraham, which came from the missionary from England, the church couldn't translate because they don't have the keys. They're not the rightful successors. And so instead of admitting that, they instead chose to cover it up and punish anybody who dared exploit them for not having the keys of the priesthood, and thus the legitimate right to reign and rule in the house of Israel forever. And so yes, I was put on a blacklist on the church, in the church file system. 36434 is my file number. And I didn't know that. They keep it all in secret. That's what blacklists are. And it wasn't until I was arrested in 2008 that I found out that the church gave the orders, and that it was because I'm a translator of ancient languages. Pause for effect. And so everything was now coming clear as I was being persecuted for my religion, which is the same religion, or at least the organization, of those who are discriminating and committing crimes against me, including the organization itself. And so, there's lots of crimes that are going on, and I realize now what was going on with my family who raised me. And I already identified my parents as being the pure Nazi evil of white supremacy. Now I know why. It's because of what the church has been forcing them to do. And so my whole life has been one of discrimination and being victimized by criminal behavior because of my religion, which is science-based. Mormonism as a science-based religion. And so that's the nature of the case. And that's what you type in for your case, is just a little summary of what's going on with the lawsuit and how you're going to proceed to demonstrate the crimes committed against you. Nature.